Welcome back. This is MDog, and we are, I think, on episode 4 of our Lore Master series here in Lord of the Rings Online. And in the last episode, I got sort of interrupted mid-recording, which, I mean, that can happen anytime these days. But I was able to edit that point out. It wasn't a perfect clip or edit, but it was pretty close. The only downside is it took about, I did it on YouTube side, so after it was already uploaded, I went in and edited the video, but it took about 24 hours to successfully process that request on YouTube, so that delayed the video getting released. But it's at least an option where I don't have to bore you guys with like long periods of time of me answering the phone or doing whatever I have to do. So I'll try to balance. If it's just a short interruption, I may not. If it's a longer interruption, then I will try to look at doing that. Regardless, we are actively working on the prologue, which, by the way, our prologue is now blue. So this is sort of the indication that we are definitely good to go in terms of pursuing that, because that means it's slightly under our level. We are level 12, and this quest is rated as level 10. So we're going to definitely continue to focus on the prologue as long as that is the case. And right now, if you remember, we're looking for honey, some sort of roots, and red berries. I don't exactly remember where all this is. Oh, this is the honey. These are the beehives. Okay. We need to get our friend out here. Alright, so we've got the honey. We don't get anything from them. Alright, let's go ahead and ride around. Let's see what else we need to grab. I think there's actually something. Isn't this where the berries are? Yeah. Here we go. And I think these bears will only attack us if we get too close to them. And even then, they'll give us like a growl to let us know that they're getting perturbed. I guess we should name our bear. Maybe not. I mean, I don't anticipate the bear being our main pet that we use. It's just the only one we have right now. See how that bear looked at us as we walked by him. So, but we could still think of a name for him, because he's always going to be an option in terms of if we need something to actually like tank something for us. But unless we go blue line, it's just not that effective. And so we would rather have the damage. So we want to go up this way. We'd rather have the damage and other sort of abilities that we get from some of the other pets as we get higher level into the Lore Master class. So unlike the rest of the time where we've been questing in this area and we would have had several quests we're working on at the same time, right now we're just focused on the one, which is the epic quest line, the main quest line. Thankfully, that does tend to give you a good chunk of experience as you complete portions of that. But as far as an MMO goes, it's always nice when you have multiple quests you can be tackling at the same time. Ooh, we did not do that right. I think what we're looking for is, yeah, it's just up here somewhere. So we're almost like back up in the Archit map, but not really. So all we still need are those roots. So they're down here in the wolf den, it looks like. I had forgotten that. And these wolves, unlike the bears, the wolves are going to attack immediately. They don't give you a warning or something. Alright, let's back off here and... Whoa! You can tell our bear is just so much stronger now. All right, we just need one more. Now that we're higher level than these wolves, it's such a different experience. Yeah, but that bear really is good at pulling aggro. Alright, so we've got all of it now. Hopefully we will have a chance to finish the Introduction to Farming crafting quest this time. Just go ahead and clear that off. I assume as soon as we have an excuse to go to Saddle, we'll be able to do that. There are at least one farm, if not multiple, right off of that area, the little town of Saddle, where you can do your farming, some of your early farming. Okay, so we're going back to Leecher Cartwell. He is right up here, isn't he? I can't remember. Is he in this house? He must be. This is who we talked to right at the end of last episode.
Greetings, friend.
There you are. It'll just be a moment and I'll have the poison for you. Be careful with this. It'll not hurt you or I, nor even the little folk, except perhaps to make us mildly ill. But the normal woodland creatures would suffer terribly if you don't use caution. You should return to Ellie and let her know that the poison is ready. Okay.
What do you need?
You have the poison from Cartwell? I trust Cartwell. Now that we have the poison, we may be ready to strike at the Blackwolds in their Chetwood home.
Could I speak with you a moment?
If I'm to help with ye, then you've got to trust me. We need to deal with the wolves and their keeper, Jagger Jack. Jack spends his time talking to those strange dark-skinned men within the ruins occupied by Blackwolds. Find him and kill him, else we'll be breeding his wolves with the warg, or else he'll be breeding his wolves with the warg. While you search for Jack at the camp, look for corpses of dead beasts, sheep, cattle, even deer. It's likely the poor creatures are the food for the wolves. Use the poison on the corpse and we may be able to kill off a good number of Jack's beasts. While you deal with Jack and the wolves, I'll talk to Skunkwood and others about a new recruit I found. I might be able to get you into Skunkwood's hideout. Alright, so this will be the first time of us getting some shoes that actually have an ability will on them that will be helpful. And that's the other thing why I think, we're starting to feel a little more powerful as well, is we are starting to get some of those pieces of gear and equipment that give us legitimate bonuses to our stats, which significantly impacts the damage and such that our abilities and even our companion is doing potentially. So, one more time, up into the Chetwood we go. Oh, we've got some Virtue XP. We can use that on our current Virtue, but let's see if our Virtue actually has enough to slot it. Yes, it does. Okay, so one thing I kind of like doing is getting 5 Virtues picked out on what we want to use. So we'll have to do that at some point. We might as well be getting the benefit of multiple virtues, but for now, we'll be getting plenty of these. Let's just use that real quick on the main one we're leveling right now. And I don't think any of this other stuff is not stuff that we want. Have we killed a spider yet? Let's just... I don't think we have, and I don't think we need to, but I just want to make sure that there isn't a deed associated with that. Oh, there is. Alright, and so that's how you find out if there's a deed. The first time you kill something of that type, it'll tell you that there's a deed. I'm not going to sweat that, but it's good to know, like, if we get in a situation where there's a bunch of spiders around, we might as well take them out. Also, once we start skirmishes, to think about, are there spiders in any of the Bree skirmishes, or do we need to manually, like, actually be out in the overworld and find the spiders if we want to do that deed? It's just always nice to complete deeds. It's fun to get more LOTRO points. It also, I guess these days, gives you virtue XP. Oh yeah, the other thing, if we have time, is I've thought about, you know, looking at... Isn't there a way you can try it on? I thought there was. I may be wrong though. Looking at some of the outfits that are for sale. Where are we on the advanced Brigand Slayer? So we're only at 1 out of 60. I think Brigands is definitely one. First of all, we will face a lot more Brigands in Bree probably before we finish all of the epic storyline here. And then also, I would not be surprised if there are, in fact, plenty of Brigands in the Bree skirmishes. Where are all the recipe things going? Well, there's one of them. I guess I had sold all the other ones that we've gotten so far. I know we had talked about we're not going to hold on to those in shared storage for alts or anything. Not the low level ones. They're just too common. Oh, here we go. This is the... This is the wolf food or whatever that we're poisoning. Why did that wolf come to me? I think there's enough back in this little corner that we can just finish this. Alright. So the only thing that's left is Jagger Jack himself, I believe. Oh, he's up here. Okay. Let's make sure that our bear gets Jagger good and aggroed. If the wolf comes off, that's okay, but we want to make sure that the... Oh, he's nothing, huh? Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Time to head out of Chetwood. Ooh. Okay. So in that amount of interactions and fighting, we kind of burnt through what was basically about 24 hours of rested XP. So that's how long that, especially at this level, you burn through that pretty quick. And then if we go to our options, I think we used 2 of these last time. So I think for now, I'm going to pretty much just try to keep it at 3 on the enhanced XP bar. That way it won't be, even if we went a day or 2 without recording an episode, we're not going to just totally waste, you know, the time that we could be building up, because you max out at 5 charges. So if we keep it at 3 charges, then we'll, you know, can put off some of the uses until we're a little higher level, but we're not wasting them. In other words, if it's just sitting at 5, then you're kind of wasting it because you're not accruing more charges. You're just letting them sit there at being maxed out. So that gives us a little bit more, what do they call it? Bonus XP or something. But then after that, we'll just be standard level for the rest of today at least. All right, I feel like we've kind of reached the end of this little storyline in terms of, I think we're going to be going into some sort of instanced encounter soon, but we'll see. If you've been to those runes and you know how the evil spreading through the Blackwolds, about how the evil. I was able to meet with Skunkwood, though. He was talking about one of those strange men. He mentioned someone named Amdir. So everyone needs to remember who Amdir is. I know it's been a while, and since we skipped the new player tutorial, you didn't get as much information about Amdir, but Amdir was the hurt ranger that had been stabbed by a Morgul, or a shadow, whatever, weapon that Aragorn was taking care of in the introductory section. And then remember at the end when we saved the town, Amdir left with the 2 evil-looking men. So we've been looking for Amdir. Skunkwood said he would be able to meet with you, but you need to be quick. Once Jagger's death is discovered, Skunkwood will become suspicious. All right, let's go ahead and equip those new shoes. You've done all that was asked of you and done a good job of it too, so I suppose it's time to show you where to find Skunkwood. He's second under Eogan, one of the strange men I mentioned. Skunkwood handled the Blackwolds over them a short time ago. That's when bad changes started to take place around here. Skunkwood's used me and a lot of other good folk here in Combe. Everything you've seen so far in the Chetwood should prove that to you. We've risked a lot by having a chance to stop the Black Wolves once and for all, Grimdaw. It's time we finish this. It's interesting that Ellie's ended up being basically, you know, a very good character, wanting to work with us to stop it. Because when we first came to talk with her, I think we had been told, we were under the impression that she was working with them, like, willingly. The hideout is located at the foot of the Staddle Falls, the northwest end of Staddle Pond. You'll be welcome inside. Maybe you'd best go talk to that fellow what you're working for first, though. So, all right, this will be an upgrade for sure, because, again, it gives us will. All of this stuff in the light armor category has will on it, thankfully, which is perfect for a lore master. So now we're supposed to go talk to Toradan again, who is the ranger we met with. We just ran right into the dog kennel, which is the ranger we met with in the inn when we first got to this area. Tacombe, I guess? Yeah, when we first got to Tacombe from Archet, we met with Toradan. I need to go take a quick bio break, but let me get in there and we'll just be ready to talk to him as soon as I get back. The Comb and Waffle Inn. Sorry, Waddle Inn. I'm telling you, I always thought it was Waffle Inn. The Comb and Waddle Inn. All right, he is still here. So that's who we need to talk to. We are almost through level 12, and I will be right back. All right. You have returned, and with news of the Blackwold leaders, you have done well. Now is the time to move against Skunkwood and Eogan. You should make your way to the hideout of theirs and speak to Skunkwood. Once there, tell him you heard rumor about the prisoner they took from Archet, and that you'd like to see if the tales about him are true. Once you make your way to Amdir, free him and make your escape. I will follow you to the hideout and help as I can. So Prologue is the one up top. Okay. It's interesting that we didn't go back to Underhill. I was kind of expecting to talk to Underhill again there, but I'm sure we will talk to him again. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think we go to this hideout, and then I want to say we come back to the hideout, but it'll be an instanced version of it, maybe a little bit later with Underhill. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done this, but I've done it a lot. And I think that's the case. Well, let's do this without totally breaking every bone in our legs here and slowing us down forever. Oh, does this lead up this way? Oh, I didn't notice that path. Okay, well that's good to know.
The hunt for Amdir leads to the hideout of the brigand Skunkwood, but to what end is unknown.
The Blackwood guard stares up at you from beneath a furrowed brow. He spits in the ground and studies your face for a few seconds before giving you a wry smile. You must be the new recruit. You'll find Skunkwood in the back. What's happening to that Amdir fella is giving me the shivers. I think we go right for Skunkwood, but I might have it turned around. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Maybe this is correct. Incredible waste of time, if you ask me. Yeah, there he is.
What is this world coming to?
You're the one I've heard so much about from Ellie. We lost a lot of good men in Archet, and I'll be glad to have you in the fold. You say you've heard about the Ranger. I have to tell you what is happening. That fellow's plain unnatural. Aegon tells me he'll be a great boon to us, but for now he's just a raving madman. I don't mind letting you take a peek on him. He's down in the dungeon at the far end of the cavern. My guard there will let you pass. Apples, apples, apples. I need some meat. I'd be careful, though. That Amdir is a dangerous one. You know, I don't really think about how dated the graphics look in this game when I've been playing it for a while until I get into environments like this. This just reminds me of, like, really old PC graphics. Let me out, you fools. What was Skunkwood thinking bringing him here? The eye, you. Who are you? Who? That voice, make it stop. Is that Amdir? He looks like he is suffering. Who's that back there? Oh, Sarah Oakhart.
The voice, it will not stop.
The wound, it's so cold. The voice speaks to me, commands me, tells me things, tells me about the end of things, the beginning of new things. It calls me to service. I must do what it says, must follow, I must serve the Dark Lord. No, no, no. Escape, I must. Uh-oh. Help me, please. Look at that rat. Oh, thank you for coming to save me, young one. I've been held captive here for a long time. I have seen many things, and if you would be so kind as to help me out of this dungeon, I'd be able to tell you a bit of what's happened to your friend Amdir. It will be good to see the sky again. Let us get going, shall we? Alright, this is an infamous part of Lord of the Rings Online. Oh, why are they fighting us now? Because of how slowly Sarah Oakhart moves. And it is very slowly. But we will come back to that later on in this story. For now, we have to put up with the elderly and slow-walking Sarah Oakhart. So we can rename Bear. What's a good name for our bear? think the ruffian's gonna get up, right? Bless you. We are so close to level 13. And I think we get our next point, right? Which we'll put into tactical damage because we don't have any other options. And it's probably still a pretty good... They took something very important for me, friend. My stick. I need to go get it. You mean we're not leaving? You want to go deeper into this place? Let's go, Sarah. There we go. So we are now level 13. And we can put 1 point into tactical damage. So plus 2% tactical damage. The next one will give us plus 4%. Oh, we have a quest to go to Breland. So that's cool. We've already been there, but that's still cool. But more importantly, when we hit level 15 and we get the next point, we'll also unlock this first set trait. Sorry, this one. Improved Ignition, which will do a little more damage. Increase our damage a little bit more. Oh, we need to get our friend back. So her stick is in that piece of furniture. I mean, piece of luggage, I guess. We'll see how much damage this does without cashing out. Oh yeah, it's still pretty good. Even though I didn't have Burning Embers, we just straight did Lightning Strike. It still did pretty good damage. Alright, so Sarah has her stick. Not quite the stick we might have been expecting, but it is technically a piece of wood, I guess. Maybe that's the first clue that something may not be completely as it seems. Also, why would these ruffians have an elderly woman in their prison? It just seems odd. Oh, what's up, William? Alright, let's make sure Baird gets on the main target. Now the wolves are going to come attack us, but that's okay. We'll stun one of them and just put up with the other one. Nice. I think we handled that pretty well. We did get a little injury, but nothing major. Okay, Miss Oakhark, are you ready to leave? I would say escort quests in LOTRO can often be somewhat annoying, but nothing compares to this opening Sarah Oakhart quest. Wowzers. It's funny how she starts like crying and getting really nervous. Look at that. Look at her move though. Oh my goodness. Oh, Amdir. Toradin. Stay back. It's too late for him. I'm sorry, my friend, but I must end this. End this? Kill me? Is this the compassion of the Dunedain? The voice told the truth. I shall end you and every other ranger as well. Uh-oh, Toradan. Toradan?
It is too late for me.
Amdir is beyond saving now. You must warn my kindred. Mundul is in the mustering cave of the rangers. Help him. Go to Underhill. Ask him if Tangle Rush delivered my message. Uh-oh. We lost Toradan.
Oh dear, how terrible.
What a terrible sight for these old eyes. The blade that stung Amdir has done its work, and I fear he's nothing more than a servant of the enemy now. You should try and stop him if you can, and don't worry about me. Now that I'm free of that awful cell, I'll be fine, and I've got my stick back. Don't know what I would have done without it. Why can she move so fast now? Okay. Let's actually go across this way. So now we do go talk to Underhill. I actually think I'm going to, instead of continuing to press my luck on time today, I think we're going to use this as a natural stopping point. It will be a little shorter episode, but it's all good. I possibly will have time tonight to actually record another. So there should be 2 episodes coming out in the next day or so, as we'll continue to make progress. But I also want to get a little bit of Russian Fishing 4 in terms of videos today, so we'll break this one up after we turn this quest in, I think. But we are making good progress. We're up to level 13, and also more importantly, we're moving this the book quest, moving it along quite nicely. Things are going to continue to just take off and get more and more interesting from here, to me at least. And here is Underhill.
How do you do?
Toradan, slain by Amdur? How is that possible? Seek out Constable Tangle Rush immediately. If Toradan's warning does not reach his kin, who is to know what devilry will ensue? Quickly now.
Please, stay a moment.
Poor Toradan. If his words are true, his kinsmen are in great danger. This Mondul he spoke of before he passed must be warned. Now, I don't know exactly where this mustering cave is, but if Toradan warned Constable Tangle Rush, then Tangle Rush must know its location. Tangle Rush is a constable in Staddle, down the road south of Combe. You'll likely find her loitering about town center. Quickly, you must find her. So notice that the color and level of the epic quest line just jumped up to 14, which we just hit 13, which is okay, but that's sort of a sign like, okay, you know, if we get some other quests we can start working on, it wouldn't hurt to get a few levels. So we'll do that next time, because I happen to know that when we go to Staddle, there are quite a few quests that we can get out in the Midgewater Marsh. And also there's several deeds out there that we can make some progress on while we're there. So that'll be good. So next episode, I'm anticipating what we'll do. Go down, get our farming, crafting intro done. Talk to the next epic quest giver. And then probably accept like 5 to 10 quests that take us out into Midgewater. There may just be like 5, something like that, but then there's some once you get out to the marsh, there's some out there as well. So that'll be a good like questing area, kind of like how Chetwood was. And it's nice to find questing areas like this that you want to do, sort of, and then do a chunk of epic quest and then find a place to quest. You kind of, to me, the most fun way to go through the epic storyline is to balance that so that you're keeping the level of the epic quest line in the comfortable area. So that's what we'll plan on doing. But I'm glad we made some good progress today. And I am glad that we were... Actually, I'm going to go sell stuff so that's a little cleaner and neater for next playtime. But I'm glad we're starting to get more and more gear that is actually helping.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with
So
something?
we'll repair everything that's actually helping... helping us do a little bit more DPS. So again, I'm looking at all of these. Like these broken daggers, it says it can be turned in for tasks. If it doesn't say that, then we're just selling them. Because that's what they're for, to be sold. In fact, even these used to be just to be sold for straight coin. However, at some point they added the reputation gain system where there were some items, junk items you would get that you can turn in for reputation gain. You can do like 5 of those a day, I think, until you've done 100, and then maybe it goes up. You can do 6 a day. I don't know, something like that. It's been a while. But also notice, like, we're starting to get a lot more silver, and some of that is because... okay, here's a good test, actually. Let me hold that thought. All right, so we have 2 of these Weaponsmith Scrolls. If I sell the scroll, it's worth 56 copper. If I sell the recipe, it's worth 4 silver. Am I reading that right?
What can I do for you?
No. The recipe is worth 69 copper. If we crafted the heavy bronze battle gauntlets, that would be worth 4 silver. All right, so let's open up another one. That one's worth 69 silver as well. Yeah, so it seems like it's going to always be worth opening those and then selling them that way instead of just selling the scrolls. I couldn't remember which way was better, so... Yeah, we're not going to hold... I guess I could have put that in the... I don't know, I guess I still haven't decided for sure. On crafting mats, we may throw crafting mats into our shared storage. All right, so we're up to 107 silver. And remember to increase our personal bank size. I think that was like 65 silver. That's one of the main things we'll be spending silver on early in the game. There'll be other things that we can use it on later. But for the most part, like a lot of older MMOs, as you level, you just make more and more in-game currency. And not till much later do I feel like there's reasons to spend it very much. But we'll see. I might be forgetting something. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.